Besides taking images of northern lights, Anthi is also doing another astrophotography themed project.
And then one series I'm shooting now is House of Ursa Major. So the constellation on the sky, the Big Bear. And I'm taking it with the different cabins here. I really love the snowy, icy cabins we have over here. So I'm doing compositions with the constellation on top of the houses, and they look just like pure magic. From the Ursa Major, you take the last two stars of the scoop, and they give you the direction where you can find the Polaris. This is very distinct, recognizable constellation here.
Catching aurora is actually a hit and miss. There are few conditions to be considered, such as light pollution, weather, the intensity of solar activity, or KP index that reach the pole, among others.
The Northern Lights forecasting, it's a bit of magic. It's not that accurate as you would think. First, I check the cloudiness forecast, see what is the weather, and then I check the Northern Lights activity, what is it at the moment, and if there is anything coming for the next following days. So I'm every day following about the solar activity and the weather forecast, so then I know when the time is right. There's many cameras in Lapland that they shoot the night sky, so I can see from the cameras when there's Northern Lights. And then I can also see the weather, how is it going to be in 200 kilometers away. And then there is also magnetogram on the ground-based magnetogram, and it's measuring the disturbance in the magnetic field. So there's a real-time plotter going up and down where the Northern Lights are starting. And if there's a storm coming, I'm following the satellite data from a satellite called ACE. And from this I can get half an hour, 1 hour heads up that now there's Northern Lights coming and now I have to go outside.
Somewhere around last year, the time-lapse shooting has begun. At 2,400 meters with a strong breeze from the Pacific Ocean, Baba has a total of 3 cameras shooting the time-lapse at 3 different locations that he needs to constantly move and check from time to time. The job is a hassle, but like being in a sacred place, the feeling to be here has surpassed any other.
In general, observatories are one of the major destinations for astrophotographers because these are the places where the natural night skies is still preserved. In fact, the International Dark Sky Association has announced a new category for dark sky places called dark sky sanctuaries, and they're mainly for observatories. So each country has a major observatory usually, and some of them are still under dark, pristine night sky. Therefore, many astrophotographers select observatories at mountain tops to do their sessions or to just visit and enjoy a beautiful natural sky.
Back in Borneo, Anthi has been looking at his mobile phone. 2 hours ago, it seemed like a very promising night to catch the northern lights as the KP index was quite high.
Clear skies for the night. Looking good.
Even though the solar activity is active tonight, the snow, however, is too thick. Anthi knows he will not be able to watch the northern lights. Anthi will be hunting for northern lights again tomorrow night. People have started to flock the area. Everyone is anticipating this event to occur any moment now. Like a fiesta, they gather here to witness this special celestial event. Not to bother the people around, Emma and her team is busy with their equipment.
So everyone has their own tasks. First is Hafiz. He has to record the time lapse of the moon shadow. Then we have Shazwan. He has to take the change of the sky from bright to dark and bright again. And then we have Ainur to take features like Bailey's beads and diamond ring. And the most important person is Kamis. He has to take the timelapse of us during the total solar eclipse as a proof we are there.
It's 6:30 a.m. Partial solar eclipse has started. Emma and other astronomy enthusiasts are busy setting up their cameras and telescopes. This is the first time that she is experiencing the solar eclipse.
Right now I'm really feeling super nervous. This is because it's my first time.
It is not the same as shooting at night. In Lapland, Ante is trying his luck again tonight. He hopes he will be able to photograph the northern lights. Like last night, Ante has to do the same routine, checking the weather and solar storm index. He thinks the snow will stop falling soon.
Some fade out lots of top, but when there's a good storm, then you have the violet and the blue and the red. The forecasting of the CMEs is still a bit
Like the weather,
so it isn't that accurate.
there is a forecast system for the aurora borealis. According to the forecast, there is a high chance of the aurora appearing very soon.
The satellite imaginary from the CME cloud, and then they should see which way it's exploding. It would be a direct hit, then it would be more obvious, but now it's just a possible partly hit from the CME, coronal mass ejection from the particle cloud. So it's, it's 50-50, comes or not.
It looks like a good night, even though the temperature is at minus 15 degrees Celsius. The sky is clearing up, but the sign of northern lights has not appeared yet. Auntie has geared up and has to be ready anytime for shooting. Baba patiently waits for the shots to be completed. Using a photography technique called long exposure, the process usually takes around 10 seconds per image to complete. In Baba's case, he has to take at least 250 images to do a 10-second time lapse. Usually, Baba goes back and forth between his cameras so that he is productive enough to produce as many time lapses as possible in a night. He and his friends have parted ways as they have their own assignments to carry out. Baba is now alone in the desert. Meanwhile, the moon is nearly eclipsing the sun. People have started to feel the difference. Any moment now, we will experience the total solar eclipse. This is the moment that we come to realize we are not just living on Earth, but we live in a three-dimensional universe. At Lapland, the sky is clearing up, and there it is. The northern lights is appearing slowly from the north. Antti, who has prepared his camera, is busy shooting, pleased by the occurrence and enjoying every moment of it.
It's really amazing now. This is beautiful. Really, wait, look at that turn over there, it's beautiful. Nice.